Hi there. So today I wanted to talk to you about perfectionism and how it is the perfect route to an unfulfilled life. Now, what is perfectionism? It's something that falls under essentially three categories. It's either that you feel that you need to be perfect, that you need to appear perfect, or that perfection even exists. Now, the reason why I say that this is the perfect route to an unfulfilled life is because perfection does not exist. And so you are already going down a path to create something that will never come to be. Now, if you think about it from your personal perspective, times where you believe you need to be perfect, the question is, who defines what perfect is? Is it based on your view? And what is your view based on? It's based on your beliefs, the experiences that you've had in your life that determine what is good, what is bad, what is perfect, and what is imperfect. And now if you have that belief, but nobody else shares that belief of what perfectionism is, then how will you ever be perfect? You will constantly be striving to be something to others that you can never ever be. Now, when you constantly strive to be perfect, what happens is that you delay everything. You delay putting yourself out there. You delay living your dreams. You delay asking questions. You delay, everything because you're waiting for something to be perfect. And the standards that you're setting yourself are coming from a very limited place. So you've already set yourself up for failure because perfection does not exist. How can you be perfect? You are human, and all humans are imperfect. We are all flawed. So essentially, we are striving for something that can never be achieved. Now, if you look at the second category, a need to appear perfect, it's similar to the first. What is perfection? Whose version of perfection do we need to appear to be perfect to? Because everybody is going to have their own version of perfection. Everybody is going to want you to be perfect in their way. So how do we manage to be perfect or appear perfect when so many people cannot come together to have one single view of what perfection looks like? You will spend an entire life trying to please other people and never pleasing yourself. Now, when it comes to people pleasing, what happens is that you end up splitting who you are. When I'm with a certain person, this is what they believe perfection is, and so I will be that to them. When I'm with somebody else, this is what they believe perfection is, and so I will be that to them. So at what point do you appear as yourself? At what point do you just say, this is who I am? Every time you're with somebody else, you have to change who you are to fit into a perfect idea of who they want you to be. So in your strive to appear perfect to other people, you lose your identity. And now if we explore the third category, where we're looking at the fact of whether perfection even exists, as I mentioned in the beginning, it doesn't. If we can't come together and have one single view of what perfection looks like, it's not possible to achieve. Now, the problem with believing that things that can be perfect is, as I've said already, it's about the delay that it causes. One thing that tends to come up a lot with the clients that I coach is the waiting. It's the delay. They're waiting for conditions to be perfect before they begin. They're waiting for some sort of sign to start. They're waiting for something to happen to indicate that this thing is ready. They're waiting for something to look a certain way before they put it out there. Now, remember, if we're waiting for all of these things and we're waiting for them to be perfect, which doesn't exist, then we are just constantly waiting. And we are waiting. And we are waiting. And as we are waiting, life is passing us by. Adventure is passing us by. Success, failure, love, grief, sorrow, hurt, joy, happiness, all of the colours of life are just delayed. They are passing us by as we stand here waiting for this perfect thing to happen so we can start to live. Perfection does not exist. And the sooner that we are able to realize that, we can start to show more love and compassion to both ourselves and other people. Instead of expecting everybody to be perfect, instead of expecting ourselves to be perfect, instead of expecting circumstances to be perfect, why don't we just imperfectly navigate through life? And hopefully by doing that, by just accepting circumstances, people and ourselves just the way we are, we get to just experience the present moment. We get to live in the present moment. We get to create experiences and memories in the present moment. And that is how we live a fulfilled life, by not waiting, by not thinking that perfection exists, and not delaying living life so that we can achieve something we have already set ourselves out to never achieve because it doesn't exist. So what I want you to do is take a look at the things that you are waiting for, things that you believe need to be perfect before you can start. It could be a new business, it could be a relationship, it could even be a hobby. Whatever it is, now is always the perfect time. Now. Start now and find your way through. And when you get towards the end, you realize that you can look back and know that you lived a meaningful, fulfilling life that was based on ups, downs, imperfections and everything, but it was fun while it lasted. So I hope you found today's video useful. Please share your thoughts on perfectionism, how you believe you need to be perfect, how you need to appear perfect, and whether or not perfection even exists. I'll speak to you soon.